Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. This is episode 159. I'm Naturally Nitty, aka Jessica.
And I'm Alina, aka Starnitz. This is October 9th, 2015. And this is our weekly podcast. If you're a regular, thanks for coming back. If you're new, you're in for a treat because it's a planning podcast.
Yep. So grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us. Okay, so we're a little late in the planning podcast, but that's okay.
But it gives you something to watch while you Spinzilla spin.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's just go over a few dates for the advanced studies.
The Headmistress Challenge number 2 is out, and you have from September 22nd through November 3rd. So that's a big, long one. You have to prepare for the Masquerade Ball. You can make part of your outfit, or decorate the Great Hall, or make a gift for your date. And you can do up to 2 submissions, but they have to be in the same post.
Okay.
And then Quidditch is going on as well.
Task 2, which you chose in task 1, right or left, and then you have to follow the path.
And
kind of like those books that you used to read.
Right.
Choose your own adventure. Only it's choose your own Quidditch maze route.
And you can only play if you've done the previous round.
So if you didn't do task 1, you're not allowed to play.
You're out. But yeah. So.
Oh, that's what's making this. So, first class up is the Beauxbatons Triwizard Tournament for October. So, the mission or quest is the chocolate frogs and how to get rid of them all. You have to consume, I think there's like 100 of them within the time frame. So, this is the Beauxbatons. The Beauxbatons person crafted a bird. They created a bird. So for your task, you need to cast a charm to create a bird. So you need to craft something that evokes a bird.
Cool.
And that could be anything like colors, feathers, an actual bird. Maybe you do like needle felting. So you could like knit a bag and then needle felt a bird onto it. Anything.
Fun.
I think for that one I'll probably go with colors. Because I'm sure some fiber I'm spinning is going to match a bird.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
And I would turn it in with a picture of the bird I was matching.
That's probably what I will do too. I've been spinning up a storm. Alright, so the next up is Hogwarts. Practice the extension or engorgement charms by making something that can cover something else or something in a large gauge. What did they do? I didn't
They
read the classes.
did engorgio to make their mouth and stomach bigger to eat all of them. Chocolate frog.
So for all crafts, you can spin large yarn or craft something out of it. Worsted or Aran weight and up, please. For knitting and crochet and weaving, you can make something that can cover or engulf something else. For spinning, you can surround your yarn with other yarn using core spinning or a similar technique, which isn't really in the spirit of Spinzilla, because Spinzilla is like to spin as much yarn as you can, and core spinning takes time and effort.
Unless you spin the plies for the core. So you spin the core and then you do the core.
I suppose.
So then it would count as like four plies, I would think.
I just think it would take too much time.
A 3 ply. But anyways, yeah. But you could do
spin large yarn.
You could spin bulky.
Yeah, which that's pretty much what I'm doing. So that will fit. And then, for dyeing, engulf your yarn by immersing it in a dye bath instead of painting, or expand its dye range by over-dyeing a previously dyed yarn. For over-dyeing, please include the picture of the yarn's original color. So that's fun.
Cool
There's lots of options for that.
Yeah. So next up is Durmstrang. So they did Geminio, however you say it. So this person made duplicates of themselves to eat all the frogs. So please provide evidence of your practice of this spell. Knitters, crocheters, and weavers should submit multiples of the same type of item. And spinners should submit applied yarn or 2 skeins of handspun. And dyers need to dye 2 separate items of the same type, either fiber or yarn. Sweet. So that one's pretty easy too.
Yes. I am plying yarn as I speak.
I am spinning, and I will be plying shortly when I finish this little tuft. Just kidding. I won't be plying shortly because I have to wind it into a ball. Then I'll apply it.
Okay. Okay. Now it's journalism. For your journalism homework this month, we would like you to practice working on your disguise. For those up for a challenge, you can attempt transforming into an animagus. This month, we will be accepting non-RAV crafts without prior approvals to create your disguise. Please check the guidelines before submitting your craft. If you're in doubt, ask your professor. So that's like costumes, like you said. Well,
yeah. Of course, it has to be an animal. But like if you have little kids and they want to dress up as a mouse, you can make like a felt mask and a tail and sew it, and then they are dressed up. And you have a class.
Gabe wants to be a werewolf, so I'm trying to figure out, maybe I can make him ears.
Can you make him a mask, or are you just painting his face?
I was just going to paint his face. And we got him a plaid button-up shirt, and I'm going to go and get fake fur from Joann's or whatever, and, sew it around the cuffs and, like, the collar area. I think is all I'm doing.
That's cool.
Yeah. But I'm thinking maybe if I made him ears. I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Well, he does need ears.
Well, he could. He could go without them, I guess. I don't know.
You could make him like a fur, like mane with ears, because werewolves are furry.
They are quite furry.
Like a hat, basically, with ears on it, but furry.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'll have to think.
You don't have.
No, I'll just have to think about it a little bit. You're kind of in my way, cat.
Okay, so next up after journalism is Care of Magical Creatures, which is the Swedish short snout, which I have the dragons from Harry Potter. So I pulled it out, and here's the Swedish short snout.
Very cool.
This is like from Harry Potter. Look at it, it's like gonna bite you. Okay, so for study the scales of the Swedish short snout by crafting something in their silvery blue color, please remember that this color should shift to a more blue or a more gray color depending on the placement of the body. Or study their distinctive short snouts by crafting something using short rows. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So blue or gray, or bluish gray, and short rows. So there's a couple of hat patterns, like it's hat season.
Yeah.
That use short rows
for
shape. Yeah. Or there's like scarves that use short rows. Or if you can knit a sweater in a month and you do the short rows on the back, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yeah.
Defense Against the Dark Arts is about giants and Velas, and more so half giants and half Velas, because they can have be half witch and half giant, or half wizard. And
of the Vela giant. That's crazy. Okay,
like
go on.
You can be part Vela, or you can be part giant, like Haggard. Anyways, so just like a half giant or a half Vela, witch or wizard, projects can incorporate traits of multiple crafts and gain strengths from both. This month, craft a project using 2 different crafts. This can include Ravelry crafts and non-Ravelry crafts. Refer to the guidelines. When explaining your project and how it fits the prompt, please state which 2 crafts you actually used, or more. You can use more if you want. So, to summarize, you can use 2 Rav crafts, 2 non-Rav crafts, or a combination of Rav and non-Rav crafts. And you can use more than 2 Rav crafts in the same project. You are not limited to 2, but must include at least 2 different crafts. So, knitting and crochet, or sewing and a crocheted border, or sewing and beading, or yeah, the list can go on.
That baby pattern that you knit the top and you sew the bottom, yes. It's like a dress tunic, would be perfect for this.
I like falling on the cat.
Ooh, look at this bat I'm going to start.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Who's that from?
Okay. I did a fiber club, obviously, for Christmas one year, and it's from Litvarian Fiber Arts.
Okay.
And it doesn't have a colorway, but it has Merino, Sari Silk, Firestar, Angelina, and Tencel in it.
Yum.
I think I'm gonna spin it and then ply it with this other bat I got, which is like a green. This one's called Creeper. But I thought the green and the black would look really cool together, plus with all the sparklies, because there's sparkle in this too. Pretty cool. Maybe I'll open it up and see what it looks like together. I'm just making things up right now because I know we're doing planning podcasts right now. Oh yeah. So this, can you see the sparkles? It's like green and sparkle. There's sparkles in it, but it goes from like light to dark. So that would be a fun applied together with it.
I think so. That'll be pretty.
So yeah. Anyways, sorry. After Defense Against the Dark Arts is flying. So I didn't read this one, but the Wronski Feint is what we're practicing. So craft something that looks like one thing, but becomes something else.
Right. Basically, because that's, you're going out, you pretend to go after a snitch, and you end up making the other guy try not to crash.
So I wonder if you could do like a baby surprise jacket, because it looks like one thing and then you sew it up and it's a sweater.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think.
Or did they have samples?
Not really. I was trying to think of some. I was thinking you could like knit or crochet something that looks like a hat, but it's actually a bowl. Or I don't know. I'm very unimaginative right now.
Okay. Next up, it's your turn.
Herbology. Craft something inspired by a spruce, pine, or larch trees. Yeah,
they were studying like the cold and where germ string is.
Okay.
Supposedly, because you don't really know. But, yeah. So there were the 3 kind of conifer trees.
That's cool.
And they have descriptions of the trees in the class, so you're going to have to go read them yourself.
Okay.
So again, you could go with colors for that, too.
Yeah.
Or you could make something like a cone shaped for the pine cones.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Okay.
Sweet.
Regular podcast time.
Yes, ma'am.
Roll up. Any mojo?
Nope.
Okay. Works in progress?
Yep, I just don't have it here. I'm still working on my order mission, which is a shawl called Typhoon. And I haven't really gotten much farther than the last time I showed you, so that's why I didn't bring it.
I didn't bring mine because I just didn't. I started a stocking that I've been meaning to make for last Christmas for someone. Yeah, I actually started it. Go me.
Yay.
So I have that. I started it in the beginning of the month because I think it'll take me about a month to knit. Even though it's like worsted weight yarn. I'm only about this far done, but I only knit on it for a little bit because this week is all about spinning. So let's move right on to spin me right round.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. So it's Spinzilla from the 5th through the 11th, I believe, are the actual dates.
Which is Sunday.
Right? Yeah, Monday through Sunday.
11th.
And then I think we have 2, I have to look up the rules a little bit better, but I think you have 2 days if you didn't ply your yarn, because a lot of people are just doing singles, because you can spin faster, I guess, than plying. But whatever. And then you have 2 days to submit your picture and yardage total.
So do they just measure it and figure it out that way?
After they ply it, and then can figure it out.
So they ply for 2 days and then figure it out?
Yeah. Some people. I'm plying some now. I didn't the first couple days, but today I figured I should ply some. Which I don't think it takes me that long, but whatever. Okay, so I first started some Rolegs of mine that I held back from a club. It was called It's a Poolside Summer. And
ooh, that's pretty.
I used long draw, and it's spun up a lot finer than, because I was thinking for Spinzilla I'd do thicker yarns just to go faster. So it took me 2 days to do that. And then I started spinning this, which is some Tarji from Elemental Fiberworks again. That's my last braid from her. It actually started out, you can see in there, purple.
Ooh, that's good.
And then it went to pink and then to orange. So I did that fatter, and I tried not to put too much twist into it. I think I'm just going to leave this one as a single. So I need to skein that up and wash it. Did I say I'm going to Navajo ply this one to keep the colors?
No, but that's smart.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm in the middle of plying up some on the round fiber. It's some BFL. I spun that pretty thick, so it's going to be like a bulky weight yarn. And then I also, let me see if I can take this off here. Just finished plying this up earlier today. This was some Shadow and Fiber Arts.
Ooh, that's pretty. What color?
Firecracker. Actually, I think Andy gave this to me for Christmas a couple years ago when we had
that's cool.
Name switches. Yeah, I finally spun it up. Anyway, Superwash Merino. Again, thicker singles. Probably chunky to bulky weight, I'm guessing. So I have to skein that up as well. And then, so that's all I actually spun, but I also grabbed a few more braids that I think I'm just going to spin thick. This one is Paul Worth, and this one is BFL. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay. So, first off, you see the bat that I'm spinning right now currently, and I'm doing it pretty thick, so it'll probably be a bulky weight when I apply it. Just because when you're spinning from bats, at least for me, this bat is not a fine bat. It's a semi art bat, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's got bits and pieces.
So, I'm not like trying to make it really thin. I'm just spinning it. So it's going to be a little bit chunkier than what I normally do, which isn't a problem because I'll probably make like a cowl out of it because I really like it. Like I was just looking at all the colors coming out of it and it's beautiful. So, yeah, and that's from Litharian Fiber Arts on Etsy. I found her from Fat Fiber, so that's what I know. But first, let me talk real quick. So at shows, I've been drop spindling. So this last show I was at, I finished drop spindling and I started plying on my regular sized Turtle-Made Turkish spindle. So I am almost done plying. I have this much left to ply up. I keep having to tell myself, you spin this way, you ply this way. Like, because I keep plying it the wrong way.
Oh.
Like, I keep, like, unplying it, basically. So, yeah, but, like, I just like how the Turkish spindle looks. Look how cool that looks.
Very cool.
So, yeah. But I find when you're spinning on a Turkish spindle, even at fiber shows, people come up to you and be like, what are you making? And I'm like, yarn. What? I'm spinning yarn. Oh. I think because it looks so, like when you wind it on, it looks really nice. Like, it looks kind of like a cacti.
Yeah.
You know, one of those things you make with the stuff. So, yeah. So, I am also spinning on my on-the-go spinning project instead of knitting. I'm spinning some Rolex from Jessica, Sunny Day. And I had started it a little bit at a show, but I plied it up on the weekend just with itself. And then I started again on Monday because Madison had soccer games. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing it pretty thin, and I've been taking it around with me everywhere. And this is my mini Turkish spindle.
Very cool.
So, yeah. So I'm just taking that with me, and I still get the, what are you doing? Or what are you making? And I'm like, I'm spinning yarn. And so, yeah. So that's what I'm spinning. I just also, I'm spinning this is some Hip Strings Polworth that I picked up. I actually picked it up and a brown Polworth to do a mashup for Andy for a hat, but when I pulled it out to spin it, he said he just liked this. So I split it up fractally, and I just spun it all into, because I have my bulky bobbin on my Ashford, and so I just have to put it in a center pull ball and then ply it with itself, and it should be done later. So that's also what I'm spinning. So remember last week I told you about trading with Turtle Made for a mini spindle for Bella.
Yeah.
And some Lolo bars and fiber. Well, I have two. They're like sample Lolo bars. I actually got 3. The other one's in one of my project bags and I didn't feel like looking for it. So, and this Rambouillet,
Ooh,
It's like
pretty.
tonal. It goes like pink to like a purple to brown.
That's fun.
So I brought that to show. And I didn't bring Bella's drop spindle because I have no idea where she put it. So but she got like...
How is she doing?
She hasn't touched it since.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. That's the way kids are.
Yeah.
But it's been a little bit crazy. But that's all that I'm spinning.
Cool.
So, yes, I'm sewing. Let's skip on. Binging?
I totally didn't update my things. But, I finished up the Gilmore Girls. And that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all the shows on Netflix have new series. Like, all of them. And it's annoying because when you need it, like 3 weeks ago, you needed them. And then they finally come and everything's starting up like this week. Anyways, not a problem. I've been seriously binging. I haven't been reading or anything. Like, I have books. The ones I was listening to last week, I'm still listening to. I have been binging on, okay, iZombie, Vampire Diaries, The Walking Dead, and Supernatural big time.
Cool.
Like, I just watched the 10th... Have you watched Supernatural?
No.
So, it's really good. That's a show that you should watch. You would like it. So, there's one episode 5 or 6 in this 10th season called Fan Fiction. I laughed so hard for that whole episode. It was hilarious. Hilarious. So, anyways. That's what I'm binging on. And I'm a little addicted. And I added, like, a ton more shows because they got a bunch of shows like Dark Matter, which is one that I wanted to watch on the Sci-Fi Channel last year. But I can't get into the, my show's on at 9. I need to be home. You know what I mean? Like, so I just really just watch stuff on Netflix because I can't get into the scheduling. And we don't have a DVR.
That's the only way I can watch my shows is because I record them all and then I watch them.
We've been pondering getting one, but it just adds like an extra $10 to our bill, 5 or 10, I forget. And I was just, cable already is expensive. Well, ours is DirecTV, is already expensive, and I just didn't want to add another $10 for that, so yeah. Anyways, so I've just been doing it on Netflix. Though sometimes if I remember, I'll go to the website, because like the Vampire Diary ones that I've been watching are ones that I went to their website. Like I did it for like 3 weeks maybe, and I went and watched a couple of shows on their website last year to try to stay current. So, but I forgot about it then after that. Or, you just get busy, so.
Yeah. And
then, but anyway.
Then you get behind and you can't catch up.
Yeah, and it's really annoying watching on their website because they show the same commercial at every commercial break, and it's annoying.
True.
Which I understand, like, that's how they can do it because they have commercials, but at the same time, try switching them up a little bit because the same exact one every commercial break, I get it. You want me to buy Pantene Pro V. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Or I get it. That's who sponsors your show. Okay. Randomness. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I totally didn't update this on my list, but...
Oh, no. Let's talk about iZombie. I totally love that show. It's hilarious.
Right? Okay. I'm glad.
And I think it's funny because I just watched... I'm, like, maybe 8 or 9 in. Like... Binge. And she met that one guy with the accent who is also a zombie, but he like dyes his hair and stuff.
From Merlin.
Yes.
It's Arthur.
Oh, that's where he's from.
Yes.
I was trying to remember where he's from.
Yeah.
But
I saw him and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's King Arthur.
Her friend, the cop friend, his sergeant guy is a zombie too. And I'm like, is everyone a zombie?
Wow.
Because remember they brought him his coffee and then he put Tabasco sauce in it?
Yeah.
So anyways, so like I'm guessing Sark is turning, which is not his name on the show, but is his name from Alias, is turning everyone into zombies.
Yeah. It's his little side business. No, it's good. I like it. I hope they make a second season.
I hope so too, because they just popped up on Netflix a show called The Gates or something like that, and it was like a gated community with vampires and werewolves and stuff. And I watched that season, and it was really good, but then they canceled it after the first season.
Oh, I think I watched that like a year or two ago.
It was a long time ago.
Okay.
But it just popped up and it said watch again. And I was like, I don't have time to watch stuff again. I'm watching all these seasons. Though I did start watching Supernatural from the beginning because I wanted to remember some of the stuff. And they were so tiny and young. It was funny.
I should watch that.
It's good. It starts out and it's a little hard to get into, but after that...
I think I tried watching like the first 2 episodes once and I just was like...
It's closer to, it's not like Vampire Diaries so much as Tina Boppery like, but it's more like Fringe with like weird stuff.
Right.
But there's also some really, really funny, and I mean like super, like you're not expecting it, and it's like so funny, you're like cracking up.
Okay.
So, anyways. Yeah. So we did this past weekend was Athens Area Fiber Fair, and it was a very slow weekend. And I don't mean just for me, I mean for everyone. It was just slow, and I'm not sure why. Like, it had the promises of being a really good fiber show, but it was just really slow. So the vendors were really nice. And some of them I've seen at other shows. Mm-hmm. And so I did some trades. And I was going to show you what I did. I traded a bag with Michelle's assortment because she gifted me all those patterns. And I was thinking I needed another pin to wear with those cowls that she gifted me.
Okay.
And so I traded a bag for this.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, and it's just like a pearlized, like, pauna shell bead. And so it's like, there's like purple and green and gray. So I figured I could wear it with anything.
Yeah.
There's also pink in there and blue. So I traded her for that. Then across the way was Shepherd's Woodworking. And that's what it is on Etsy too. Shepherd's Woodworking. So I traded some bags with them for a wooden nitty naughty. Like, he is a woodworker, and this is like really cool. I don't know if yours do this, but like I think it's totally awesome. Like, it screws.
Oh, that is cool. No, mine doesn't.
But it's really pretty, and he has like different finishes. Like, this one was the oak or something, but he has like a stamp on there. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
So but yeah, so I traded for this, and I also got a hair stick, just because it's easy to put your hair up in a stick. So yeah, but I traded some bags with him and his wife. They're really nice. And then he requested a special made bag for him that I have to do. But those are the only trades I did this weekend.
That's cool.
So I love trades. It's fun because, like, I don't generally buy a bunch when I'm at shows.
Yeah.
But I don't feel bad trading at the same time, you know. So, anyways, yeah. That is all. Oh, so last week I left you with we need a new van. So we drove to Ohio, and we still needed a van. It made it back. Yeah. And then on Tuesday Monday, we had, we got the check, and then we went and got the new car. And it's a light seafoam light green. And I'm happy because both of our cars are now green, which is the best color in the world.
Oh, I thought it was silver.
No, it's green. It's like a silvery seafoam green.
That's cool, though.
So, it's really nice. It has a 6 CD changer inside. It's really fancy. It's also a Dodge Caravan, too. But I went grocery shopping on Wednesday after Bible study, and I came out of the grocery store, and the car wouldn't start. So, luckily, our insurance, we have USAA insurance, because Andy was in the Army, so we can use that. And they have roadside assistance.
Nice.
That's like part of your thing. Instead of getting AAA, it just is part of your insurance. So I called them, and they sent someone out, and he jump-started the car. And I called the place we got it at because we'd had it for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I had to get my car jump-started today. And they were like, oh my gosh, bring it in. We'll check it out. So they checked out the battery, and they're like, oh yeah, this battery is not good. So they just replaced the battery for us, and I thought that was really nice. And they did it in like 10 minutes, so it was really nice. But it was a lot of running around, and it was pretty stressful.
Oh, I'm sure.
So this crap. Everything happens to me when I'm driving. Everything. And only me. It never happens when Andy's driving. Only me. So, yeah. Anything else going on with you this week?
Yeah. Well, so Trevor, our brother, and Lauren, they moved back from Colorado. So they got here
Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday or Sunday.
I thought it was Saturday because Dad called me when I was driving on Friday, and he was driving too.
Oh, then yeah. So Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. So that's been crazy. So they're staying here. They're going to paint the house because they're moving into our old house that we've been renting out. And we've been fixing up over the last couple of weeks, and they're going to paint it. So they've been staying here, and it's just kind of, been crazy. Not in a bad way or anything, but just, busy. But yeah. Saturday they got here, and, Fauna and I had plans to, can pears. She had a neighbor who has a bunch of pears.
Oh, and, that's cool.
She picked like 2 big laundry baskets full.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she got here right when they all like drove in. So it was just like a very hectic Saturday. So we spent like 5 hours canning pears.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it was a little crazy. And we did, I think we ended up with 96, no, maybe 62 pints and like 10 quarts or something. I forget. But here, look. Huge, like.
I think you need to mail some to me. I like pears.
Yeah, but we peeled them and, took the cores out and then blanched them a little bit in a simple syrup, like a light syrup, and then canned them like that. So that was a long day, but it was so good. Or, well, I don't know. I hope they're good. We haven't tried them yet. So that was busy. And then we still have had some apples from when we went picking at a friend's house the other couple weeks ago. So I made some more applesauce today.
Oh, that's cool.
But like I ran out of jars. Like our whole pantry is like insanely full. It's crazy.
That's awesome though.
It is. I'm excited. But yeah. We've just been busy and like crazy. And Chloe joined a student council. So she's her class representative. And today they had a meeting before school. So we had to have like everyone out the door by 7:20.
Oh.
It's so crazy. But the parents were allowed to go to the first meeting, but they got like sworn in. It was kind of cute.
Oh, that's cool.
But she's very excited. basically, I think they just work at the school store, which they have on Fridays, and like sell stuff and whatever. But yeah, other than that, not much has been going on. I've been playing with Jude a lot because he's staying here, so that's fun.
I'm super jealous.
And she's not around here. I should go find her.
The little kitty?
The little tiny baby kitty. Hold on. You talk. Say something. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, I have no idea what to talk about. Oh, so, I seriously don't have anything to talk about. And you're just going to hear me talk. Madison's been playing soccer, and we've been going to her games, and she has a game tonight. It's a night game under the lights, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to all travel to go to that. And she got her soccer pictures yesterday, so I ordered some. So hopefully I'll be sending some to all of them, even though Jessica's not listening. All y'all out in internet land will know this. So I hope they turn out good, because I just think it's cool that she's playing soccer and actually doing something. She's also been knitting fingerless mitts, because she has this idea, like at my show, she wants to sell fingerless mitts and hats that she's knitted to make a little extra money. And I said, go for it. And so she's doing it. And she made some with Angora, remember? And then I made, you can't find her?
No.
Oh. So
She's
I was talking about Madison's knitting.
I could hear you. I was trying to run around.
Oh, okay. Fingerless mitts, but
That's cool.
she has like half of a set done. I have a really local show. Yeah.
Sorry.
I have a really local show at a country club next Sunday, and she wants to have like a set or two ready to sell because she wants to come with me, and I was like, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, and she has a bag of mine that I made last year or a couple years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, for gifts for when I was teaching knitting. So it was definitely a couple years ago. And I had made an extra one, so I gave it to her. And she like ripped out the key ring tab. So I fixed it, and then I also like upgraded her ribbon because it was like a really, really well used ribbon. So I upgraded that to a gross grain ribbon, and then I put like some stitch markers in there for her. Aww. And like just like upgraded her bag for her a little bit so it was a little more useful.
Yeah, that's cool.
But she's been taking it with her to school and working on it, so I think that's cute.
It is.
But
I heard you say she got pictures. Gabe got football pictures too. It's so cute.
Well, I hope they turn out, because I have like a bad experience with those pictures, but I think it's just like the school pictures. When they're doing the school pictures, they just like take the first picture, and I think for the sports they kind of take more time. I hope, at least, because I bought a package, so I have like pictures to share.
Yeah.
And generally I don't do that because it's kind of annoying when the pictures come back and they're horrible, and you've paid like $30 or $40 for all these pictures to send out,
right,
and they suck.
Yeah, we usually do the smallest package.
Well, I was
like they really don't hand them out to their friends that much anymore.
Yeah, no. Well, I was thinking for like family,
right?
Because like the last pictures we had were like when Bella was a baby, or like maybe like. Oh, no, it was a couple years ago when a friend of mine was getting her photography business started. She used us as models.
Yeah, actually, we still have that on our mantle. We need updated pictures.
Right. So, and then picture day for the school is coming up on this coming Wednesday, I think. So that'll be good.
They do ours when we register the kids, like right before school starts, which is nice. So we already have ours. I just need to send them to everyone. Oh,
well, that's what we were telling the soccer lady. Like, they should have did it at the beginning of the season, because then because you can get, the one package has buttons of your player. And I was like, oh, that would be cool. I would totally embarrass the crap out of Madison and wear that to her games. But she's doing really good at soccer. She's gotten a whole lot better. And I'm, like, so proud of her. She's doing so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But anyway.
Look, I finished yarn.
Oh, cool. So, yeah. I think that's about it. Soccer pictures. She's knitting. Bella's going to be taking a friend of mine. Oh, this is new. A friend of mine from church. I knew this. She's, like, getting her, she basically wants to do music therapy, but to get it to that point, she's got to get, like, her degree in a couple of different, ooh, that's pretty, in a couple of different fields, and so she's in the process of doing that, but while she's doing that, she's teaching, she gives lessons for different musical instruments. So since Bella isn't going to the center anymore, she is missing out on those guitar lessons she was taking. So a friend of mine, I talked with her, so signed her up starting on the 20th. She'll be taking guitar lessons again.
Awesome.
This is exciting. And my friend's like a real technical teacher, so I think it'll be really good. Like, it'll really teach Bella a lot about music and stuff, so that's good.
It is.
And Bella's, like, super excited.
Gabe switched his instrument. He was playing the clarinet, and he switched to the bass clarinet, which is huge and ginormous, but it sounds really cool. It's all, like, guttural. It's cool. So he's excited to start that. And of course it was like only 2 weeks after we had already bought like all the stuff for the clarinet.
Oh no.
Which isn't like insanely expensive, but still. I'm like, really?
Did you trade it in for someone like at the school?
Because it was a weird little thing. So we just donated the book anyways, to the school. And I said, have them give it to someone who needs it next year.
Yeah. And that probably helps because there is always people that need that.
Yeah. But yeah. I wish that cat was around. She's so cute and tiny. She's so angry though. She keeps like hissing and spitting almost at Draco. She'll be like,
well, he's so
because he's so huge and like, but he's just like sitting there all dopey, like, oh, I just want to touch you and smell you. Like, he's funny, but he backs away from her. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was like, could you imagine a big giant coming over towards you? Of course you would scream at it.
Right. And even Tallulah, she didn't like Tallulah, and Tallulah just sits and watches her wherever she goes. And she's not very happy.
Tallulah's not happy?
No. Until we go to the basement and that's her spot and the little cat doesn't go there.
That's funny. What did they name it?
Meg for Megatron. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But she's like, so she's like only 6 weeks old, I think, maybe 7 now. But like tiny, and she's so playful, and she like bats at you and attacks you, but like playfully. She's really cute. There's a picture on my Instagram if you guys want to see it. I guess I could pull it up.
She's sitting in a little teapot. I mean teacup.
Yeah.
Or a coffee cup.
It's actually a coffee cup. But yeah.
It's officially raining, and Madison has a game tonight. That's us.
But all right.
That's big time.
Now we're just kind of rambling.
Yeah. Well, it is randomness.
True.
So, yes. We will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
And we hope you have a good Spinzilla week.
Yes. Bye.